Oddslife is a games developer, so we make free-to-play games for the industry, for media partners and for operators that they can use to achieve their business goals. So that might be acquisition, it might be retention, and our real advantage is we customize the games for the operator's goals. We really understand what they're trying to achieve and make sure that it's going to achieve that objective for them. Gamification is a tricky word. It's a bit of a buzzword that's been thrown around a lot. I would say gamification is using gaming elements outside of a gaming environment in order to nudge your users to do a behavior that we want them to do. So what we do at Oddslife is we build games. The mechanics of the game itself are not gamification, but the way we would use that to encourage users to take on a certain behavior or to be retained longer would be gamification if it's implemented correctly. I think it's tricky because their customers have a certain behavior, a certain experience that they're expecting already. And when you try to bring gamification to that experience, you're changing the experience for them, and maybe in a way that they're not it's not so favorable for them. If you really want to be making sports bets, you want to make sports bets, not be playing a game with things dazzling around your screen or whatever. Somebody who's attracted to that would probably go to a casino or some kind of a different experience. So it really needs to be something that fits naturally with the sports book, that complements the experience and encourages them to get deeper into sports betting rather than distracting and taking them out of the experience. Our most recent was this summer. We worked with Bet1st in Belgium, and we developed a game for them for the World Cup. It was a last man standing game, but again, as trying to understand the objectives of the client and really develop a game that works for them. This was a last man standing game with a variant that you could get a survivor kit or multiple survivor kits to remain in the game if you've been eliminated. And the mechanic was set up such that you could earn survivor kits by referring your friends to join the game. Now their objective was acquisition and trying to get a lot of new customers to their sportsbook. And by encouraging that behavior of referring your friends, we had a viral element that got a lot of customers into our game, and ultimately that can then be converted into customers for Bet1st. A lot of growth plans for 2019. We've been focusing a lot more on the B2B market, really trying to work with operators, focus on the US market now as that starts to open up, and a lot of states there won't be legal for some time, but operators are going to want to get in and start to establish a customer base in that market before they're able to operate the sportsbook. So we can give them games that give them a chance to start engaging with customers, start to build up that relationship, and then when they do open the sportsbook, eventually they have the customer base already built and they don't have to be competing in what will then be a crowded market. Oh, absolutely. It's going to be huge for us. I think the market's got a lot of education over there, a lot of learning about what it is to be sports betting, that we have the experience over here that they don't have in America. And so for Oddslife, it's a chance to get in and show that we can be a part of educating customers. A lot of the American consumers won't have the experience with all the different types of bets that you can make in a sports book. We can offer free-to-play games that mirror that sportsbook experience, can help them to be educated, help them to learn sports betting, and then eventually become actual real money bettors in the long run.